Come on. One sip at a time. And be a clever possum. Come on. Have one more sip for Daddy. If you drink up all your milkies, you grow up to be a big, strong possum. And Fatso will be your brother. And we'll go walkies with Auntie Vicky and Uncle Simon. Come on, you mongrel of a thing. Oh, hi, Vicky. Just feeding the stupid possum's face.
Oh.
What is that?
What's what, Uncle Simon?
That feathery thing.
Oh, it's what we in the trade commonly call a cockatoo.
What's it doing here?
It's come to stay.
Oh, no, it hasn't.
Oh, yes, it has.
But, Victoria, I hate cockatoos. When I was a small boy, one came into my bedroom and ate all the heads off my toy soldiers.
Oh, Simon, I am sorry.
It was a traumatic experience for a very sensitive child. Headless armies tramping all over the place.
Well, you put all your soldiers away, because this one's come to stay.
They scream like banshees.
This one doesn't.
They talk all the time.
This one doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't talk. It doesn't scream. Don't tell me it's dead.
It's depressed.
So would you be if you were dead.
It was left behind at the hotel, and it's staying here until I can find it a good home.
Who's going to want a cocky with manic depression?
No one. So the quicker we cheer it up, the quicker it'll be on its way.
And how do we do that?
Tell it one of your awful jokes.
Cockies don't understand jokes.
You'll think of something.
Cockies are great imitators.
You bird! You dirty, rotten bird!
There you are, gentlemen.
Aha.
Well, now.
Like a clue?
Might help.
Cog manure, a la orange.
Never would have picked it.
Hey, Cocky,
You've got to keep up with things, Doc. You can get stuck in your ways in the country.
like a die of thirst here.
Bon appetit. Keep your hair on, will you?
Look on it as a challenge.
I was thinking of taking it home for Fatso.
Vicky working tonight?
Got a difficult patient. She can't leave him. Depressed cockatoo.
Depressed?
Uh-huh.
Tricky case.
Very worrying.
She tried encounter therapy. You get a group of cockatoos and you put them in a hot bath, holding hands. Get some remarkable results, I hear.
I'll pass it on.
All I can say is I'm glad it's you and not me, mate.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
What?
The radio talk.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the cocky. He's got to drink this.
All right. He's a lively raconteur, isn't he?
He's depressed.
How's the treatment?
Well, at the moment we're trying Thelma's spinach juice, but the prognosis is not hopeful.
Honestly, Vicky, you've had an expensive university education, and here you are using old wives' folk remedies.
You can't close your mind to alternative medicine, Simon.
That's it. Folk medicine.
I thought it was an interview.
Well, it is, but the regular medical bloke in Burrigan's on holidays, and each week they ask a different doctor to fill in for him. Now, the others just answer questions, but the regular bloke always gives a 5-minute speech first.
Come on, boy. Good boy.
Oh, you're not interested, are you?
Just another drop. Good boy. Simon, are you staying in tonight?
Why?
Well, I've got to go over to Mum's and help sort out this stuff for the white elephant stall.
So?
You can bird sit. Oh, great. Thanks so much. Read him your speech. Bye.
For the information of the lay public, the dangers of relying on non-medical pharmaceutical preparations. What do you think? That's reassuring.
Well, I just wonder if your knock-home remedy's a bit hard.
Oh, I'm not worried about the content.
Oh, good.
No, I don't want your opinion on the content. It's the style that's worrying me. The presentation.
Oh.
So, what do you think?
The
voice. Which voice do you think?
Oh, yours. Definitely yours. I mean, don't let anyone else read it for you.
No, which voice should I use? The cultured medico with the reassuring bedside manner, or the fresh, cool, laid-back, hip-flip city young spunky intern?
Which one did you use when you were reading it to me just then?
Both of them.
Ah.
So?
What's wrong with plain old Simon Bowen?
Vicky, it's a performance situation. No one's ever heard of Simon Bowen.
No one ever will if you don't get a move on.
Oh, God, I'm late. I'll see you later, Vicky. Where are my shoes?
Bottom of your legs.
Good. Right. Right. I'm off then. Oh, by the way, have you ever seen a train in Wandon Valley?
What?
A train, you know, toot-toot, puff-puff.
Never.
Oh, neither have I. Must be stress. Bye for now.
got more chance of getting sense out of you this morning. Just so no one could say they'd missed it. He should have a huge audience. He's on straight after Green Pastures. Where's Terence?
Coming. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Wouldn't dare. He'd never speak to us again.
You should have heard Simon this morning. He was on about voice techniques and production qualities. You could lose him to show business if he's anywhere half good.
What's he talking about?
Country medicine, folk remedies, that sort of thing.
He's against it, I take it.
Strongly.
Should make him popular around here.
Wait till tomorrow. He's a real rat, that George.
Oh, any minute.
Well, next on the programme, and we're running a little late this morning. In Dr. Hoggett's place this week, we have a new doctor. I'd like you all to meet Dr. Simon Bowen from Wandon Valley.
Here he comes.
Good morning, Dr. Bowen.
Good morning, Geraldine. Good morning, viewers.
Viewers?
Dr. Bowen,
He meant
you're quite a
listeners.
recent arrival in the Valley, aren't you?
Well, I was going to talk about folk medicine.
Yes. Well, how long have you been here? About a year, isn't it? I believe your father is also a doctor.
Yes, he is, but I want to talk about
And does he still practice in Melbourne, isn't it?
No, but I
Oh, I do beg your pardon. Sydney, of course. You grew up in Sydney, didn't you?
No, but...
Now, Doctor, you specialised in tropical medicine. That's right, isn't it? And now here you are in Wandon Valley, and I'm sure we're all very glad to have you.
Thank you. I wonder...
Do you run across many tropical diseases in the valley?
Well, no, but, well, not really.
Oh, wrong climate, I suppose.
The woman's a fool.
Yes.
What does that make
Yeah, I'm
Simon?
sure it's all very reassuring to know we've got just the man for the job if any of those tropical diseases come our way. Oh, dear, I can see our producer waving at us already. Well, it's been really great having this chat with you.
But I haven't talked about the
I
danger.
haven't talked about
Just
anything.
before you go, Dr. Bowen.
Simon.
Simon. Thank you, Simon. We like the informal note, if we can, of course. Look, you'll be wanting to hurry back to your needy patients. But just before you go, could you tell us your favourite colour?
What?
Your favourite colour and your favourite number. Colour and number.
Black and zero.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Bowen. Black and zero. Well, that brings me to my next guest, Myra Zagoulas, who is heavily into numerology and claims that you can tell a lot about a person by their choice of favourite colour and number. So, Myra, what do you think of the doctor's black and zero? I say he was a manic depressive. Oh, and what do you say to that, Doctor? Oh, well, obviously the good doctor had to race off to an urgent disease. Now, Myra, I'm heavily into magenta and not...
Oh, it's just getting interesting.
Oh, poor Simon.
Well, what do we say?
What do you mean?
When Simon asks us how he went.
Look good?
Terence.
I've got house calls all afternoon. I'm a bit busy.
Well, don't look at me. I've got depressed cocky. One manic depressive's enough, but...
Oh.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I thought you were in Barragan. When did you get back?
A few hours ago.
And you've just been sitting here.
Yep.
Just the two of you.
Yep.
You haven't seen anyone?
No.
Well, Simon, I think that's just silly. I mean, sitting here sulking, you'll just get more and more depressed.
It's no use fighting it. Ask him.
Well, at least get drunk. I mean, don't just sit there. Do something. Do you want me to get drunk with you?
Thanks, but...
Listen, Simon, that radio thing was potentially terrific. If that idiot woman had just shut up and let you say what you had to say, it would have been great.
You think so? She wasn't an interviewer. She was a frustrated actress.
Yeah. And your personality came through. Your strength and energy. A man who knows his job. A professional. You had an aura.
Do you think so? An aura?
Yes. I mean, I got goosebumps listening to it. I'm getting them now just thinking about it. I mean it.
All I did was stutter and stammer.
Yeah, but it was most eloquent. I mean, it was the sexiest stuttering and stammering I've ever heard.
When did you come in?
I I'm going to bed. I've had the worst day I've ever had.
Oh, you too. Tell me about it.
What with depressed cockies, joint hill pigs and Bruno bananas, it's a day I'll never forget. I'll tell you in the morning.
What am I going to do about Craig?
Who's Craig?
This guy with mumps. I've given him analgesics, sedatives. I've done everything, but nothing seems to work. He's paranoid about becoming sterile. He's driving me mad.
Maybe it's psychosomatic. Is he married?
No, he has a girlfriend, I think.
Have you met her?
No,
Well, she's probably 6'3" and beautiful.
probably.
Life will look better in the morning, Simon.
Night.
Night.
Mumps is an acute viral illness characterized by inflammation of the salivary glands and sometimes involvement of the pancreas, meninges, testes, or both.
Did you say something? Oh.
Hello, Bruce. How are you, mate? Hey? There you go.
What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm sorry, Bruce. Sorry.
It's a cassette, stupid. It belonged to the Coggy's owner. He was a stereo freak. The Coggy's entire repertoire is on this tape. Do you want to listen to the rest of it?
If you don't mind, no thanks. Oh.
Brendan's trying to buy.
Doris will hate it.
Why don't you get it for the flat?
Oh, no way.
Well, how about this? It is a great buy. Only $49.
You've got to be joking.
Oh, please, Simon, I've got to
Look,
sell
I'm sorry,
one.
Vicky. I've got to go and see his mate.
Oh, you big steamed. Hello, Simon. Simon, hello. Hello? Do you remember me?
Oh, hi, Vicky. Sorry.
I heard you won a big prize in the raffle.
It's not small.
What was it?
Come with me.
So?
It's a bull calf.
Gee, Simon, I had noticed that. I suppose being a vet, you develop an eye for this sort of thing.
But, Vicky, I've never owned a bull before.
So, now you're a beef baron.
Yeah, but what am I going to do with it?
But what am I going to do with it?
It can't stay here.
I know. I'll wait until it's dark and then I'll turn it loose.
Illegal.
Well, someone will want to take it home.
Someone will take it to the pound, where it will cost a fortune.
Well, why should they take it to the pound? I mean, why shouldn't they say, oh, happy day, look what just fell off the back of a truck?
This is a farming community. One thing you don't live down is cattle duffing.
But it's an absolutely anonymous bull calf, Vicky. I mean, who's going to know where it came from?
Simon, it is not an absolutely anonymous bull calf to the locals. Anyone looking at it would know that it came from the Ackerman herd and is therefore valuable.
Valuable.
As a potential sire.
Ah. Well, that opens up a whole new can of beans. I wonder if Molly'd keep it out at their place.
Molly's got too much on her hands already. Listen, I know some people that run a few head of cattle out on Bullen's Flat. They need the money, so they may adjust it for you.
Well, if you think they look after it properly, if it is valuable, you want the best for it.
If you'd like it to have breakfast in bed, there is always the motor inn down the road. Why not try that?
I'll leave it in your capable hands, Vicky.
Mm-hmm. I'll take you out to the Shaw place later.
Oh, hello, Vicky.
Hi.
Doctor.
Hello.
Excuse the state I'm in. I'm just doing the mash for the chooks.
How's the family, Mrs. Shaw?
Oh, much as usual. Jack working himself to the bone and Jessie into everything.
And Fee?
I'm a bit worried about Fee. She keeps herself to herself too much. Well, Jack's just taken her to town to help get the feed. Hope he has more luck than I did. I couldn't get her out of the ute this morning.
Why not?
Oh, Jessie said some boys were poking Malik at her, but I don't know. Fee's... Well, Fee's timid, you see.
Has she kept up the sign language?
Oh, you know what it's like on the farm. They're always too busy or too tired to help her. Anyway, you didn't come here to talk about Fee. What can I do for you?
Well, Dr. Bowen's been landed with a bull calf.
Oh.
He'd like to adjust it on your property, if that's
Sure.
okay. He'd pay the going rate and any supplementary feeding. Won't you, Simon?
Oh, whatever you think's a fair thing.
That's all right. We'll be happy to oblige.
Great. Well, I'll bring it round later then. And while I'm here, would you like me to look at the herd?
Jack would really appreciate that.
Good. Later then.
Okay.
Oh, why not tell Fee to come over to my place sometime? We can brush up on our sign language together.
You didn't tell me you knew sign language.
You didn't ask.
Oh, sure. When Vicky came back from the university, she and Fee used to chatter on a tree all on their fingers. That was when Fee was going to that special school in Burrigan. She really loved that school.
What happened?
We couldn't afford it once she reached 15. She made friends there. First and last, I guess. Oh, well. No use pining. I better get this to the chooks.
Ready?
Holding my breath.
Here I come, then. Ta-da! Well, I thought I looked rather good. This is my new persona. I am not only Simon Bowen, MD.
Which has to stand for mentally deranged.
Not only Simon Bowen, MD, but Simon Bowen, Cattle King. I'll be wearing this at the Royal Show when I lead Wandon Valley Ferdinand, the prize bull, around the ring. I'll be wearing this at all the big cattle sales. The Bowen Stud. Oh, I can see it now. I've always wanted to be a grazier.
That'll be the men in the white coats. Oh, Fee, come in. No, you sign it for me. Oh, no.
What's wrong?
Another of the cattle's died, Raja.
Their prize bull? What about my prize bull? I trusted you, Vicky. They'll kill him.
Simon, Fiona can lip read.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, I'm sorry, Fiona. I'm a fool. I wouldn't be dressed like this if I wasn't, huh?
Let's go, shall we?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about your calf, Doctor. He looks as good as gold to me. But then so did old Raja till this afternoon. Took him very sudden. I suppose you'll be wanting to move the beast away from here.
Oh, let's see what Vicky says when she's done the autopsy on your bull.
She's a good girl, that one. Clever, too. Takes a lot up here to be a good vet. Of course, it runs in the family. My Jack used to swear by her dad.
You did look at Ferdinand.
Oh, I gave him a glance.
Is that all?
I was up to my elbows in blood and guts cutting up that bull. You do not do a post-mortem in 10 minutes flat, especially by the light of a kerosene lamp with a howling gale blowing through the shed.
Did you come up with anything?
I'm still waiting on the results of the test from the other animal. I think it's more of the same. And yes, I will try and find a new home for your bull calf. The Shaw's place does not seem to be the safest place for prize cattle at the moment.
What are the Shaws going to do about Fiona?
Well, they can't afford the time or money much. Anyway, the will to win's got to come from her.
Well, someone should drag her out of herself. Why don't you try?
I am trying. I'm helping her with the sign language for what it's worth. What else can I do?
You could persuade her to enter the Wandon Valley Hospital quest.
You're mad.
Why? Dust her off and shine her up. She'd be a stunner. Somewhere inside those overalls is a very attractive girl. Well, she'd need her hair done and her teeth fixed.
And her personality reconstructed.
That will happen when she likes what she sees in the mirror.
Be a bit risky. She's so shy. If anything went wrong, she'd just run straight back under the house and stay there forever.
I have every confidence in you, Vicky.
Wish I did.
You'll have a go?
I'll think about it.
How's Jessie?
There's a slight improvement.
Still nauseous?
A little, but that's improving too.
Yeah.
What have you got there?
Could be the cause of all the trouble. I'm having it analysed.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What about the urine? Oh, good. Yeah, no worries. Listen, thanks for rushing it for me. She's only a kid. Yeah, me too. Thanks again. Bye. She's suffering from arsenic poisoning. Traces of it in all the specimens.
Any liver damage?
No, liver enzymes are normal, kidneys are okay.
She's lucky then.
Yes.
Are you going to give her a BAL shot?
Oh, full marks.
Don't patronise me, Simon. We probably use it more than you do. The arsenic attaches itself to the BAL and then it can be excreted.
Not bad for a horse doctor. I don't really like to. The injections are very painful, but we've got to get that stuff out of her system.
Well, can she eat now?
Yes, a little.
Good.
Oh, Heather, can you make up a small plate of jelly and ice cream? Oh, red if we have it. And for room 2 in about 10 minutes. Thank you.
Thanks, Marta. Did I hear you say you found the source of it?
Yeah, it could be. I found it on the rubbish tip.
Oh, if she drank that stuff, she'd be dead.
It can be absorbed through the skin.
Why do you think I'm letting you hold it?
Thanks, Simon. I'd like to speak to Jessie before you give her that injection.
Okay.
Until we find where the arsenic's coming from, all the stock on the Shaw place is going to be in danger, including your prize calf. Jessie, it's very important you try and remember. Have you played with this tin in the last few days?
No.
A tin like it, maybe. I found it on the rubbish tip at your place.
Ah.
Do you play there sometimes?
No, Daddy told me not to.
When I was a kid, I sometimes did things that my daddy told me I shouldn't do.
God could punish you for that.
He already has. He sent me a smart aleck doctor.
What?
Just a veterinary joke, Jessie.
It's very important that we find out what's wrong with you, Jessie. So if you remember playing with any tins like this, you will tell me, won't you?
Yes.
That's a good girl.
How's my little 30?
Oh, not too bad. Not as bad as the other two.
Oh, beaut. The other two are dead.
I think he'll pull through.
Did you give him a BAL shot?
Yes, Simon, I gave him a BAL shot.
Oh, what about a blood test? Did you take a blood test? I mean, we could shoot it down to Royal Prince Alfred, get some idea what sort of dose he picked up.
I'd love to see the pathologist's face when he found out he was analysing calf's blood.
Yeah, I suppose so. Mrs. Shaw, the calf started to show symptoms 24 hours after Jessie was admitted to hospital and after you fenced off the rubbish tip. Now, the arsenic still has to be on the farm somewhere.
We've searched.
Well, then it has to be part of some produce that you use that we haven't thought of yet. I'd like to talk to Jack about it.
He's down babysitting your calf.
I'll take you down now.
Hi, Fee. Have you thought any more about entering the quest? You have? Oh, that's great. When? I know you're nervous. I would be too. Being able to talk's got nothing to do with it. I'd still be nervous. I tell you what, when you go up on the stage, I'll come with you. You speak, and I'll translate.
Bowen Downs. It's got a ring to it, don't you think?
Definitely.
Well, every doctor should have an outside interest, and I've just decided on mine. I'm going to set up a stud.
Oh, that's nice, Simon. I'm sure you'll have to beat off the ladies with a stick.
Not me, Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
Well, why not? He's a prize bull, isn't he? People will pay heaps. Bring along their little moo cows.
Simon, he's not a prize bull. He's a prize bull.
It's finally happened. You've flipped. Out of your tree, as we say in the medical profession. Late nights, overwork, inadequate diet.
Simon, he is a bull that was a prize. He's not a prize bull. You won him in the raffle. He was the prize.
Bonkers. Stark raving bonkers.
Simon, to start a stud, you need a prize bull.
Right.
A bull that has won prizes. Ferdinand has never won a prize. He's never been in a show. He is a prize bull.
So he's a prize bull.
Oh, good grief.
Bed rest, Vicky. You should be getting plenty of bed rest. A calm atmosphere, no undue stress. Counselling, a group therapy. That's what you need. I'd be happy to, What's she doing that for?
What?
That cow. Why is she licking those bricks?
Well, I don't know. A few of them have been doing it. I suppose they must like the taste or something.
Where did the bricks come from?
From the old dip.
Sheep dip?
Yeah.
Was Jessie playing with them?
Yeah, she used a couple of bricks to make a cubby house.
Come on! Go on, shoot! Right! Come on! Shoot. It was the sheep dip. They used to use arsenic in sheep dip. I mean, they still do, for all I know. The arsenic soaked into the old bricks. Cattle, they just love the taste of it. And Jessie must have absorbed it through the skin.
Jeez.
Have you been wearing those gloves while you're working?
Yeah.
Lucky.
You won't be wanting them for the barbie, then?
We'll see how Super Vet reacts to this. She didn't think of sheep dip, did she? It was worthwhile taking interest in that girl. I mean, look how things turned out. Sometimes these impulsive suggestions of mine are gold mines.
Simon, you're not going to become boring again, are you?
I mean, I solved the arsenic mystery, for which, if I may say so, Victoria, you have not given me due credit.
You may not say so.
And then, of course, there's my little Ferdy.
Ferdy.
Yes, bless his little horns. That bull is my future. My roots in an environment to which I was beginning to feel I would never really belong.
Simon, let me tell you something about Ferdy.
Hmm?
For one thing, his dear little horns will always remain that way. Little. In layman's terms, they haven't grown properly.
They haven't?
No, and they never will become truly ruly horns. Not without a very difficult and very expensive operation. And secondly, Ferdy doesn't go for the ladies.
He doesn't?
No, he'd rather spend company with the other bulls.
You don't mean he's one of those,
No, of course not. He's just an ochre bull, you know. The cows on one side of the paddock talking about calves and that sort of thing, and the bulls on the other side of the paddock talking about goring people and such. My advice to you is to sell him.
Yeah? Reckon they get a good price for him.
No.
You enjoy doing this to me, don't you?
No, I don't.
You feel sorry for me then?
Terribly.
Why don't we go home then?
Not that sorry.
Oh.
Cheers, Simon.
Cheers, Victoria. They're going home.
Hello, Cookie.
How are you?
Fine.
Oh. I have to eat this. Simon's paying for it.
Oh. How did he persuade you to coming along to the meeting?
Conned, you mean, because of my use of the hospital facilities.
I know. They're very good at making you feel guilty.
So have a drink, Mum, and we'll wait for them to get over all this official mumbo-jumbo that they're going on with.
Hope you blokes are hungry.
Well, we expected a bigger turn-up.
That's what you said last time.
I've just had dinner.
You better eat them, Simon. You know how he is. He's watching. Come on, you two.
We're ready to start the meeting.
I'm just going to finish this.
Won't be a minute, Frank. Stop without us.
Oh, come on. Let's just get it over with.
Right. As acting chairman of the Wandon Valley Hospital Fundraising Committee, I declare this meeting open.
Frank, do we have to go through all this?
It's official meeting procedure.
Well, let's just do the simple version.
All right. Now, apologies. Apologies from Matron Cortez and Dr. Elliott, present. F. Gilroy in the chair. S. Bowen and... Do you think we should put the girls down as present?
Well, why not? They're in the same room, aren't they?
Yeah, it'll look better in the minutes. Now, business arising from the previous meeting.
Frank, I'm a busy man. I could be called away at any moment.
Right. We'll get straight onto the first item on the agenda then. Now, fundraising. Now, what we've got to do tonight is think up more ways of making money.
I spend most of my life trying to do that.
Well, some of the ladies are going to run a cake stall and the kids are doing a walkathon.
Oh, what we really need is an idea for something big where we can involve a lot of people and make a lot of money. What about a stock car race? Or we could raffle off a new car. I know. What about my bull? There you are. I'll donate my little bull calf.
No thanks, Simon. We've heard about your bull. You can't sell it.
Beverly been spreading nasty rumours, casting doubts on his bullhood.
Come on, Cheryl. We need somebody to write up the minutes.
Won't be long, Frank.
I know. What about a show?
What, like an agricultural show?
No, a concert, a play, a stage show.
Stage show?
Yeah, when I was at university, we did this review.
Well, something with music.
You know, I produced, directed, and wrote it myself. It was just brilliant.
Well, I'm a member of the Amateur Music Society. We haven't done much of late, but... Right, we'll put it to the vote. Now, proposed by Dr. Simon Bowen and seconded by F. Gilroy in the chair, that Dr. Bowen produce and direct a stage show for the Wandon Valley Hospital fundraising benefit. All those in favour say aye.
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 What do we just say aye to?
We're going to put on a show.
Oh.
Simon's going to produce and direct.
Oh.
And I've got the very idea for it.
But listen, Frank, producing and directing the review I know about. Anyway, the desert songs are a little bit old hat.
I need a drink.
Yeah, it's been a fun night.
No, Simon, not in Wandon Valley. It'll be a first.
Now, review, that's topical. I mean, just think of the opportunities. We can make Wandon Valley look at itself and laugh.
They'd run you out of town.
I don't like smut here, you know, Simon.
No, it's just send up a few things, a few people.
Oh, yeah? Like who?
Well, there's,
some of your patients.
That's it, you see. Now, the desert song, that's the thing.
You need good voices, Frank, and good musicians.
Well, you've got your Red Shadow for a start.
Who?
The hero. Now, he's the one
Who, Frank?
Well, when I was stationed at Lidcombe, I rehearsed the part for the local music society right up until the opening night. I got laryngitis.
Oh, bad luck. Now, listen,
But
Frank.
I remember every word of it. Now, when the curtain opens, there's these large palm trees, you
Oh,
see.
Frank!
Hi, Simon. Go on, Frank.
We won't be doing the desert song because I won't produce and direct it.
And you won't have a red shadow either.
But I remember it off by heart, Cheryl.
We won't be here, darling. We'll be away when they do the show. Any show.
I'm not going anywhere, Cheryl.
Yes, you are. I booked us both on a lovely trip to Bali.
Bali?
Lovely spot.
Plenty of palm trees there, Frank.
It was going to be a surprise, darling. But just look at it, Frank.
No, Cheryl, not Bali, not there.
Oh, where's that drink, Vicky?
But it's beautiful. Think of the sunshine, the beaches, the palm trees, and all the temples.
The hippies, the drug addicts, the disease.
Well, we can get away from people. We can go up to the mountains, be free. Now, just imagine sitting in a restaurant, sipping a cool gin and tonic, eating all that wonderful Indonesian food.
That gives you Bali belly.
You are determined to be negative, aren't you?
Well, I think we'd better get going. Good night, Cheryl. Night, Frank.
Night, Simon. Vicky.
Vicky.
Night, Mum. Night, Frank.
And as for the mountains, we'd have the natives shooting at us with poison darts.
How's the Benny Hill of Wandon Valley?
Who?
Frank. Isn't he penning a mortal comedy?
Well, he was. Now he's in a huff.
Oh, Simon didn't laugh at his jokes.
Simon has decided that a play would be more suitable.
Oh, poor Frank. Another chance at greatness gone.
I feel such a heel. The play was my idea, but really...
You didn't laugh either. Well, never mind. He'll get over it soon.
Now, I've cast this play with an eye to practical details as much as anything else. We found a great set of tales in Burrigan op shop, size XOS. So, Bob, I'd like you to read the butler.
Oh, All the butler gets to say is, ahem, ahem.
Louisa, you're Cecily Cardew, page 9.
Oh, look at that. I'm sorry. What an idiot, eh?
You can say that again.
Well, can't you put a clip in it or something?
We'll come back to Cecily. Vicky, what do you think of Gwendolyn?
She's a witch.
A little more complex than that, I think. Gwendolyn is the epitome of the English ruling classes who never question their divine right to rule. She's a creature whose life is governed by those twin totems of a corrupt society, class and money, which brings us to the linchpin of the whole play.
I thought I was the linchpin.
You're the pivot. Mrs. Martin, Lady Bracknell.
Oh, I've seen a professional production of Ernest, Dr. Bowen. I have my own ideas on how to play her.
Oh, yes. I'm Jack Worthing with his invented black sheep brother Ernest. Mrs. Ludlow, you're right for Miss Prism. Unfortunately, Hal Taylor's had to bow out, so we still need a Reverend Chasuble.
But all the ladies' parts are taken.
Which brings us to you, Esme, the most important role.
What?
Prompt and understudy.
That means I only go on if someone else can't.
Showbiz is full of stars that started like that. Oh, Frank, it's ESP. We need a Reverend Chasuble. Would you like the part?
Well, I don't know about that. It's not really my style. Not much humour in it.
The Reverend's got a couple of lines that'll bring the house down.
Oh, good day, Harry.
How you going, mate?
Don't mind me, Dr. Bowen. Just close the shop for a few minutes, see how you're all getting on.
Hey, Doc, if Frank doesn't want to play the part, why don't you give it to Harry here?
I didn't say I wouldn't do it.
Jean's the talented one in our family. She was in a drama group in Sydney. Best they had.
Are we ever going to start this rehearsal? Being amateur doesn't mean we have to give a bad performance.
All right, Mrs. Martin. We'll start with Lady Bracknell. Opening speech, page 8.
Mr. Worthing, rise, sir, from this semi-recumbent posture. It is most indecorous.
And then she threw a fit and stormed out.
A fit? Jean Martin?
Metaphorically speaking, didn't Simon tell you?
No, he just came rushing in here looking very black. Dave Browning was waiting for him.
Well, Jean Martin's the reason he was black. She's a real tartar, isn't she?
She wouldn't take a prize for winning friends and influencing people.
And the way she treats Harry. I mean, he just made some innocent remark and that set her off. She started ranting and raving like Joan Crawford in the midday movie.
And get those two hulking sons of yours to move the feed bags next time.
Okay, righty-o, Doc.
Oh, well, cake is rarely seen in the best houses nowadays.
Why aren't they all like you, Victoria? Mrs. Freedmantle?
Back better, Dave?
She'll be right.
Oh, thank you.
See you, Shirl.
Bye.
Why do they stay together?
Opposites attract? Well, they're that all right. Anyway, who got what parts?
Well, I'm Gwendolyn Fairfax, and Louisa Kennedy's Cecily Cardew, if she makes it to opening night without breaking a leg.
Or somebody else's.
Oh, and Frank's Reverend Chasuble.
Oh, he's in it. Oh, that's wonderful. He was dying for Simon to ask him. Too proud to ask Simon.
And Simon. Poor old Simon.
Oh, behaving like it's Broadway and not Wonder Valley?
Hmm. Well, he casts people like Bob and Cookie and then gets disappointed because they're not John Gielgud's. I better go. Bye.
Oh, cheer up, Simon. It's been a big workload, but Terence will be back soon.
Cheryl, have you ever bitten off more than you can chew, but you're not quite sure how to spit it out?
Frequently. What's your particular piece of gristle?
The play. I choose one of the wittiest and most stylish plays in the whole of the English language and try and cast it with a bunch of hayseeds.
Hang on. My daughter's one of your hayseeds.
Oh, Vicky's fine, but she and I trod the boards at uni.
So's my husband, come to think of it.
And Louisa Kennedy's good when she manages to stay vertical. But everyone else, I'm sorry, Shirl, even Frank, they're all terrible.
Well, you know what they say, darling. It's always darkest before the dawn. But I'll lay a little bet with you. I bet in a couple of days, everything will be running like clockwork. You won't even recognize it's the same play.
Tell you what, I'm going to have a talk with Simon about this.
Simon, please, just give me a yes or a no. Do you or do you not see Gwendolyn in Plum?
Plum, raisin, grape, raspberry, Molly. Costumes are the least of my worries right now.
Sorry I'm late.
Unpunctuality is the cardinal sin in the theatre. And that goes for everyone.
I can't say that.
What?
Look, Cecily says Uncle Jack says you're going to Australia. And this Ponce Algernon says Australia. I'd sooner die. How do you like that? This pommy spiv would sooner stay in the London slums than come to God's own.
It was 100 years ago, Cookie, and it is only a play.
Yeah, well, I'm changing it to South Africa.
Can't do that.
Okay.
Well, do those little fellas.
And now, my dear Mr. Worthing, I will not intrude any longer.
You've got a mouthful of marbles, Frank.
He's trying. This is Hertfordshire, not the back of beyond.
You having a go, Mrs. Martin?
Please, please, please. We've got 10 minutes left, and we're exactly nowhere. The afternoon tea scene, please. Louisa, Bob, Vicky, places.
Why can't we do the Lady Bracknell, Jack Worthing scene?
I said the afternoon tea scene.
Bread and butter, please. Cake is rarely found in the best houses nowadays.
Hand that to Miss Fairfax.
No, 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 Bob. You're an English butler, not an SS guard. You bow, like this. That's right. And exit.
Stupid man.
You say something now. Look, Mrs. Martin.
Quiet! I'd like some professionalism around here.
Was that a reference to me, Dr. Bowen?
No, Mrs. Martin, it was not a reference to you.
Funny how you just happened to be looking straight at me when you said it.
Strike the set, please, Stanley. We'll take the handbag scene now, Mrs.
Oh, here,
Martin.
Stanley, let me give you a hand.
No, I won't. I won't.
Well, what won't you?
I won't make a fool of myself with a lot of amateurs. You did that deliberately.
No, I didn't.
I don't have to put up with this from you. From any of you.
If you leave now, don't come back.
I've learned all her lines off by heart.
To lose one parent, Mr. Worthing, may be regarded as a misfortune. To lose both looks like carelessness.
There's no getting away from it. The whole thing smells of disaster. And now I don't even have a Lady Bracknell.
Esme Watson thinks you do.
Simon Bowen. Oh, yes, Kevin. Your left knee? Oh, that's no good. No, I'm not on call tonight. No, that's all right. Dr. Warner is the locum. Yeah, Muirfield 38. Now, I want you to give him a call if the pain doesn't get any better. Well, that's up to you. In any case, I want you to come and see me tomorrow. Okay. Bye for now. Kevin Carson.
The footballer?
Had a meniscectomy in Sydney 3 months ago and developed complications. We got him back here 6 weeks ago for physiotherapy. Now he's knocked his knee and in pain again.
Rugby's a terrible game.
Now, don't let Kevin hear you say that. He still treats it like his religion.
Okay. I think I have found the solution. What's it worth?
Well, if it really is a solution, a luxurious weekend in the snow or 3 weeks of me cleaning the bathroom.
3 weeks of you cleaning the bathroom. Australianise it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Set it in Hay instead of Hertfordshire. Have Bob playing a shearer's hand instead of the butler, and have a merino matriarch instead of Lady Bracknell. I can see it now.
You rang?
Oh, Frank and me have been talking, Doc. We reckon we'll go over like a lead balloon with all that pommy bull. I reckon we ought to be doing the Hatfield Follies bigger and better than ever.
I've got a new review sketch. Hilarious. Sending up the advertisements.
You're absolutely right. The Importance of Being Earnest is a wonderful play, a classic.
It's a classic, all right.
Yeah, but not really a good show.
It is a good show in the right circumstances. Now, I admit it. The Wandon Valley Hospital benefit night is not the right circumstances. So, what are we going to do?
The Hatfield Follies.
It was Vicky's idea, actually. A brainwave, a stroke of genius. The Importance of Being Earnest has been transposed. No longer is it about a class struggle in old Mother England, but with pages torn from Australian history, this rural drama of a shearer's strike becomes The Importance of Being Ernie.
With me directing.
With me directing.
Now,
what would you know about shearers?
I've
lived in the bush all my life, mate.
Directing, good entertainment.
Are you going to rehearsal, Vicky?
Be more than my life's worth if I didn't.
How'd you feel about having a bit of tea with me after?
Tea?
Yeah. You see, I've been giving what you were saying a lot of thought. You know, about a partner. Under my very own eyes. So, here I am. What'll it be? The club? Or we can go to that Italian place, if you like.
Oh, I can't, Stanley. Well, it's Simon, you see. He's on his own at the clinic. Terence is away, and, well, and the play and everything. I've got to cook him dinner every night. Otherwise, he wouldn't eat.
Oh, well, okay, then. When the play's over, we'll have plenty of time.
The whole thing's in complete chaos. Esme Watson's playing Ma Bracken like Edna Everidge with a gladioli stuck right down her throat.
But Australianising The Importance of Being Earnest. Oh, the mind boggles.
Well, I reckon it went a heck of a lot better without Simon Bowen directing.
You mean with you directing, Frank?
Well, stupid idea, a doctor taking it on in the first place. Got all those patients to see. I reckon we've got a play on our hands now, Shirl.
Well, we're much better off without Jean Martin, that's for sure.
Oh, she's not that bad.
Oh, Mum, come on. Molly's so intimidated by her, she won't go into the chemist shop anymore.
Well, there's one good thing you can say about her.
What's that?
She makes every other married bloke in Wandon Valley appreciate how well off he is.
I don't think that's very funny, Frank. I had a very nice chat with her just the other day.
Hello, Vicky Dean. Oh, yes, Simon, yes, he is. Frank, it's for you, Simon.
So.
What are the rest of the cast like?
Yes, Simon.
Well, Louisa Kennedy's really good.
What? Yes, I will. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Frank?
It's Jean Martin. She's had a heart attack or something. She's dead.
Frank, that's awful.
I've got to go over and make arrangements for the body to go to the hospital and so on.
She couldn't have been more than 50. Oh, poor Harry.
I think he'll survive. We're not supposed to speak ill of the dead. It just came out. I really felt quite sorry for the woman. She didn't enjoy life very much. How old was she, Simon?
52.
I wonder how long they were married. She gave him a terrible time. I'd have left years ago if I'd have been him. Simon...
I am more than content with what Mr. Moncrief said. His voice alone inspires one with absolute credulity. Now, how can I translate a line like that into Oz?
I like the boy. I reckon he's fair income.
Misses the subtle nuances, I think.
Subtle bulldust, if you ask me. I'm worried about Louisa Kennedy.
Well, why? She's doing a great job. She's a disaster off stage, but when she's playing the part, she's spot on.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean she and Stanley Crockett. Anyone can see that she likes him. I've been trying to help her, and now it seems Stanley likes me. Louisa's really upset. Simon, you don't care. Those are characters. I am talking about real people who really feel and really get hurt.
Apprised, sir, of my daughter's sudden flight by a trusty maid whose confidence I purchased by means of a small coin.
I gave her a Zac, and the cleaning lady reckoned she'd shot through like a Bondi tram.
Hey, you're good.
Do your own rewriting.
And how am I going to tell Esme Watson that I don't want her to play Ma Bracken or Lady Bracknell?
Hello, Bondine residents. Yes, Martha. For you, Doctor.
Order, order. Can I have your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right, Louisa. I'd like to say a few words before we begin. As you all know, one of our cast died tragically yesterday, Mrs. Jean Martin. Perhaps we didn't always see eye to eye, but she was a talented lady who worked hard to help make our play a success. We'll miss her. However, this is a charity performance. Mrs. Martin, I'm sure, would have wanted the play to go on, and go on it shall. Now, can we get to work? You've all got your rewrites for the third act. Page 43, Marbracken.
I can manage things, Stanley.
Miss Watson, go ahead, please.
I'm not happy about the lines, Doctor. Not happy at all. I mean, I don't want to say God's truth. It's blasphemous.
All right, Miss Watson, let's see what we can do, eh?
It's a beaut showing at the pictures.
Is there, Stanley? That's nice.
Yeah, we're the Never Never. Thought you might like to come, you know, with me.
Oh, I can't, Stanley. Louisa, would you be able to go through these lines with me?
I don't think I'd be much help.
Oh, nonsense. Now, look here. Couldn't we just speak up together, simultaneous-like?
Bonzer idea. I'm always putting my oar in at the same time as somebody or other. Let's give it a go.
Your Christian names give us both the heebies. That's all.
You're great, Vicky.
Simon, can I have a word with you?
Not now, Vicky, not
You've
now.
got to do something about Stanley.
Look, let's get this show underway, please. Stanley, aren't you supposed to be fixing props or something?
Yeah, I got to listen.
Players into positions. Oh, Lord, help me.
I don't know if there's something that stirs up the blood in this part of Woolgoola, but the number of engagements that go on seems like a hell of a lot to me. Dr. Bowen, I will not say hell. There is no hell in the original play by Mr. Wilde.
We should have done that Field Follies, mate.
You got the Hatfield Follies on the brain, you galah.
Quiet, everybody quiet.
Can't we just get on with the play?
Will everybody shut up now?
Charming, I'm sure. Dr. Bowen, I would have expected a little more decorum.
Miss Watson, will you just say the lines that are written down?
Your lines, Doctor, not Mr. Wilde's.
All right, everybody finished for today. I've got patients to see. Same time tomorrow.
We need more work, Doctor.
I can only do my best, Miss Watson.
Simon, we open in just 3 days.
Oh, Act 2, Victus.
Up there, Stan. It goes up there.
You're a walking memory lab, son.
He is not, Mr. Locke. Stanley's only doing his best, like the rest of us.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
Where the heck have you been, Doc? You were supposed to be here at our past.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry I had a house call to make. And I can't stay now.
Simon.
I'm sorry. I know I'm letting you all down.
Where's Frank Gilroy? Isn't he supposed to be an assistant or something?
We've both got a meeting to attend. It can't be avoided. Look, I think you're all fairly well acquainted with your parts now.
Who do you intend putting in charge
I
of
can
your
hear the doc.
absence? I'm perfectly willing to shoulder the responsibility, Dr. Bowen.
Vicky, can you take over? I'm leaving Miss Dean in charge. I'll see you all this evening for the final rehearsal.
What possible experience could a vet have in directing a play?
Oh, just let me get my script together for a minute, will you?
Well, hold on for that.
I want to thank you for sticking up for me, you know, beaut thing to do. What's up?
Nothing.
Look, I know you think I'm pretty stupid, but I wanted to thank you, that's all.
Oh, Louisa, wait a minute. You can't walk out on us now. We're depending on you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't.
Louisa, read your part. Act 3, page 40. Algie, could you wait, etc. Cookie? Go ahead, Louisa.
Algie, could you wait for me till I was 35 years old?
I reckon. I could, Seth. You know that. I reckon.
Yes, but I can't wait till I'm 35. Waiting makes me cross. I know I'm not punctual myself, but I can't stand waiting for others to make up their mind.
Vernon's supposed to be the one you're addressing your lines to, Louisa, not Stanley Crockett.
Oh, I give up.
Hatfield Follies, mate.
Louisa's trouble is that she's too quiet and shy when she's around Stanley. She's putting him off her.
Well, she shouldn't be. She's a really nice person.
Yeah, but Stanley's never going to find that out, not unless we do something about it.
How can we give her confidence?
Keep her on the stage.
I don't get it.
Is that a new diet or something?
Mm.
Oh. Well, anyway, we write a part for her to play. And we get her to act it out for Stanley when they're together.
But that's cheating.
Not if we get her to be herself.
Oh, you make her think she's acting a part, but really it's her.
Yeah. She's nice, bright, intelligent, sensitive, romantic. We write a script for her, get her to learn the lines, and then act it out for Stanley, and he's hooked.
Who's going to write the script?
I will. Simon says I'm good at it. And you can write the really romantic bits.
I really envy you.
Who'd envy me?
Sharing a flat with Dr. Bowen, not worrying what people think, and having Stanley interested in you.
Only because he doesn't know you're interested in him.
Oh, I'm just so stupidly clumsy and tongue-tied when it comes to Stanley.
You're so busy worrying about yourself, you don't look what you're doing or where you're going. You've got to forget about yourself. That's why you're so good when you act in the play. You stop thinking about yourself.
I think a lot about Stanley.
Well, let's start there, then.
Here. Read this.
Molly and I thought that since you forget about yourself when you're acting, we'd write a part for you to play.
To Stanley?
Well, who else?
Oh, I couldn't. I couldn't say this, I'd die.
Anybody care to tell me what's going on? I know I'm only the director,
It's so exciting, Dr. Bowen. They're running away together. Romance is in the air.
Well, who's running away? And where and why?
I'm sorry, Dr. Bowen, but we've got to do it now before Stanley forgets he asked me.
Now, just a minute. What about the play?
I want my part rewritten, Dr. Bowen. I've got a few suggestions if you'd like to run over them with me.
Not now, Miss Watson, not now.
This is an Aussie play, mate. You want him to punch around with a teddy bear for?
This is character acting, you mug. You wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, why haven't you got a koala or a bloody wombat or something, hey, Doc?
All right, everybody just give me a chance to get myself sorted out, will you?
I think it's Mr. Wilder should sort himself out. I don't think he knew what he was.
Simon, I can't hang around here all day.
I'll do you.
Cop this!
Order! Order!
Cut it out, you two.
Potsy, I'll give you Potsy right big laugh.
Get off him. Come on.
Don't worry about it, Doc. I've got a great idea. Righto, everybody. Now, settle down. Come on, a bit of shush. Come on now.
Evening.
Evening, Brennan. Evening, Molly.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, for your entertainment, the Hatfield Follies.